Salutations, my wonderful people, and welcome to a chill D&D stream. I don't know if you can hear the fan behind me, but it's on. It's because it's so hot in here. It's unfathomable. Found some music. That's on. Oh wait, I'll do that. Music will stop for a moment. It will be back. Don't you guys worry? It will be back. I saved that. There it is. There we go. We are gonna have a chill time. We're gonna play. We're gonna work on some D&D stuff, and I hope to get some people to chill with us as we do, cause that would be awesome. And generally, I like awesome times. I have not yet taken down the starting screen for now because I'm getting stuff ready here. Finishing the last few things. I have all of my D&D books here next to me. I'm not going to need them all, but I wanted to have them all here. I don't know how much I will be using my computer for stuff, so you know, we'll see. But preferably, I won't need to use it for that much stuff. Let's see, feathers floating down everywhere. Yes, put my there. I needed that with the rest of my coins. My dice, I mean. I need to open this thing up right here. Move that thing, please. Yes, thank you, 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 thank you. I have a specific folder that I store everything I have, and all of my stuff is stored at specific places. Let's do that. And I think I'll do this here. Yeah. What is this? I need to know what this. Oh. Cool. I bought myself the Humblewood book. So I have that now. And cool things that come with it is like, you know, clip out things. Yeah, I would have been sooner, but I had to use the toilet, so I was a little bit late. Alright. I'm gonna add my 5-finger discount friend here, and we'll be looking at the Humblewood book if you want to see. I know a friend of mine that really wants to see that book. What? Hmm. Oh my god, there's a race in this book that's would be a huge, like, which would probably make Paco real happy. I will actually switch. I'm gonna switch over to my screen sharing for now. Ew. This is the book that I'm checking out currently. It is cool. I have decided that I want to use a little bit out of this book. I haven't decided fully what it is, but it's cool. It has a bunch of stuff in it. Like, all of the... It has 10 new races in it. So good. And I don't... There are some class options I see here. I don't know how much I'll be looking through regions and stuff like that. I mostly wanted this book for, like, this here stuff here. Backgrounds, feats, and spells. I also kind of wanted it for... There should be, if I... Yeah, new magic items over here. Which are kind of cool. I will not spend a lot of time on this for... Oh my god. Yeah. I freaking knew what that was. But yeah. Yeah, it's a pigeon. Alas, we will check out the races and maybe go over some of those magical items, but I'll not spend a grand total, like, I will not spend a huge time on this book, however. Oh, the Strig, Gallus, Raptor, Corvum, and Luma. The Humblewood folk. Ah, you... Oh, Gerbine! Hedge! Curvin! Vulpin and Mapach. Oh my god, is that a raccoon? I thought you would. Guys, there's a raccoon. That's a raccoon. One thing that I really want to do is, I mentioned this because, like, I mentioned this before, is, like, what I want a bit is to get, like, I want to try to, at some point, commission a few artworks from events that happened in my campaign, and I just need to find people that can do, like, a decent-sized, like, posters thing, because one of the things I want is, like, this cool poster of, like, a thing that happened. So pretty. It was a poster of... I talked about it earlier today, like... And I think I was telling the story a little bit to Murray, but... It's basically from when a tree, kind of an undead tree, and just smashed peeps, and 3 party members died. It was great. Alright. Corvum are crafty little buggers. Oh, they can glide a little bit. They have talons. You have an almost supernatural ability to appraise objects. By expending an action examining any object, you can determine the magical and what? That is... Oh boy, that is... This is good. You can do it once per long or short rest, but still being able to identify a magical item without having to spend a spell slot is pretty strong, I would say. I think I would probably have it in such a way, at least in a low magic world where I want... Like, because I made identification of magical items harder in that world. So I would want that to be, like, I would probably make this so that they could like almost identify market price and everything like that without any issue. And I would probably take out like determining magical properties, what magical properties they have. They could probably determine if they're magical, if they would be in the campaign world that I'm using. Dusk and Kindled, Dusk Corvum. Ooh, you have advantage. Oh, cool. As a kindled Corvum, you know implicitly, wow, blah, blah, that you are the smartest in the room. Your ability to utilize your knowledge to your advantage, along with your deep understanding of other motivations, makes you a formidable opponent. You are an asshole. That is what you are. Oh, Murray, hey! Welcome, you tentacle, you. Oh, this is kind of cool. Yeah. Sarah would love these. Oh my god. The Gallus are chicken people. Yes. Chicken people. Can live to 70 and... Wow, these guys can get old. Get wisdom. Chicken people get wisdom, guys. They're usually lawful good. Salt of the earth sort of folk. A medium. Using your feathered arms, you can glide. Wing flap. Oh boy. Yes, the wise chicken. These chickens are pretty wise, I'd say, getting +2 to wisdom. Of the people you get, oh wow, you start with proficiency in simple weapons, and you get proficiency with artisan tools of your choice. Of these three, so you can have you can have so many tool proficiencies depending on what you're playing. You can speak, read, and write birdfolk. Subraces 2. The Bright and Hudden. The Bright get a +1 to charisma, inspiring by spending an action and giving words of advice and encouragement. You can inspire an ally who is able to see you. The ally can roll a d4 and add the number to their next roll. Oh god. Every Gallus have basically inspire, like a very weak version of inspire, like bards. Oh boy. Or at least like it's basically similar to the bless, but like to bless, I would assume. Or guidance, maybe. You have proficiency in insight. Oh, good. You are of the land. Like, oh my god, +1 dexterity, you get proficiency in the nature skill. That is, yes, this chicken, see how inspiring he is. I would definitely play this. I would play a fighter like this, and I would be like, if I couldn't reach an enemy, I would walk, like, instead of double moving, I walk and be like, go get them, you fools! Strike the enemy down! By the way, one of my friends who's playing in the campaign that I'm making this stuff for made a logo for their whole team, and they're still working on it, but this is the general logo for their team. It's Regal Shadows, as the team is called. Seed speech. Your connection to the great rhythm is such that you can speak with the greenery of the forest itself. Through speech and touch, you can communicate Simple ideals to living plants. You are able to interpret the response in simple language. Plants in the wood do not experience the world in terms of sight, but can almost feel differences in temperature, describe things that have touched them, as well as hear vibrations that happened around them, including speech. What? Are you telling me chickens can hear people talk? I hear the plants talk, and the plants tell them what they hear. Hot dang, guys. That's pretty epic. Luma. Oh my god, pigeons. Resemble either doves or pigeons. Luma traits, Charisma 2. Wow. Short-lived, reaching adulthood around 20. Alignment. They tend to lean towards chaotic. Walking speed 25. Oh my god, are you telling me these guys are small? Are these small boys? These are small boys. Small pigeons. They can glide like everyone else. Wing flap. Touch. You know one canter from the sorcerer spell list. Ooh. Whether by luck or guiding presence, you always seem to find your way. You can choose to reroll any attacks saving throw. You can do this after you roll, but only before. Is this kind of like luck? Sable. Get +1 constitution. Hard to read your innate eccentricities. Why am my brain is just so melted today? Who melted my brain? Eccentricities. Eccentric. And blah, blah, blah. Alright, I give up. Eccentricities is hard. It makes it hard for other folk to figure you out. When someone performs a wisdom insight check against you, you have the disadvantage on that roll. Additionally, you give advantage on charisma deception checks made against creatures that are not Lumas. Oh, you have resistant poison and whoa. Advantage on saving throws against poison and resistance against poison damage. And then the wisdom ones. Get proficiency in performance. You may cast a charm person spell once per long rest. This does not require any somatic components to cast. Charisma is your spellcasting ability for this spell. Cool. When the birdfolk think of hunters or rangers, they picture a raptor. Oh, they're like small eagles and stuff. Natural predators. Are they small? They're small. Guys, imagine a tiny eagle. Like a eagle this big. And it's like, I'm gonna stab you! They can live up to 100. Neutral, you normally. They have talents. Keen senses, woodland hunter. Hunter's training. Nice. It's not considered a heavy weapon for you? What does that mean? Does that mean you... What? That... I don't understand what that means. You can... Yeah, okay. Subraces, Mistral, and Maron. Maron Raptor. You are as home in the water as you are in the trees. Your wealth of patience, intelligence, swimming speed. When you react with a readied action, you have advantage on the first attack roll, skill check, or ability check you make as a part of that action. And wisdom, proficiency in acrobatics, and creatures will. Oh, so you get, like, it's hard to hit you if you're falling? That's a very specific thing. I mean, I could guess, since you're bird people, falling is not something that... I expect that's something that would happen pretty frequently. Oh my god, the owls... The owls get +2 strength. +2 to strength. Normally good aligned, having a strong sense of fair play. They are medium sized. Walking speed is 30. Oh, they have dark vision. Advantage on dexterity stealth checks when you hide in a forest. A stout streak. You get a +1 Constitution, proficiency in Intimidation, and Brawler. When you successfully attack a target with your talents, you can choose to grapple that target as a bonus action. +1 Dexterity. Wow, they get 35 walking speed. And proficient in Survival. Oh wow, the Stout Streak get a you can grapple as a bonus action. Oh boy. Hand low, my boy. What is on the floor? Oh yeah, I remember what it is. Yeah, servant. These are deer folk. +2 con. They are medium sized. Oh, you can choose to be proficient in athletics, medicine, nature, or survival. Oh, what is going on? Okay. Hello. I don't know what's happening right now. I'm not doing anything. I'm not touching anything. That was weird. Yeah, small hawks, eagles, and other birds of prey. Surge of Vigor. If an attack deals over half of your current remaining hit points in damage, even if your hit points are reduced to 0 by the attack, you immediately regain hit points equal to 1d12 plus your con mod. You can't use this feature. Oh, cool. Groove or pronghorn. The grooves get dexterity, 35 movement speed, base. Your base long jump is 30 feet and your base high jump is 15 feet with or without a running start. Oh. Huh. Opportunity attacks are done with a disadvantage. +1 strength and robust build, double carrying capacity. Wow, antlers, which you can use to hurt people with. Oh, dang. It's a nice looking hedge. Charisma. Whoa, they get Charisma 2 and Wisdom 1. Size, they're small, 25 feet. Natural burrowers. You can get a burrowing speed of 15. Spiny quills. You have the base armor class of 14 plus dex. Even though you can't wear armor, you can still benefit from the armor class bonus wielded by shield, so as long as you're proficient in it. So you can't wear armor. curl up. Oh, they were kind of like the turtles. However, their armor class is not as good. Any creature that misses you with a melee attack while you're curled up take 2d4 points of piercing damage from your sharp quills. If a creature hits you while you're curled up, you are knocked prone in your space at the end of your turn. You may uncurl yourself at any point during your turn. You just curl up and just cast a bunch of spells on myself. You know the Druidcraft cantrip? Animal Messenger. You can communicate simple ideas to creatures of the beast subtype that represent insects, spiders, worms, and other creepy crawlies, regardless of their size. Oh, they don't have a sub-race. They're just this one. That explains why they get +1. Yeah, I get it. Jerbeen, small mouse-like folk. +2 dex, +1 charisma. Small. They're small, have moving base walking speed of 30. Standing leap. Wow, okay, they can jump high as well. You can move through spaces of any creature that is size larger than you. Advantage on strength saving throws and saving throws against being frightened as long as you are within 5 feet of an ally who isn't frightened or incapacitated that you both can see or hear. You can use the help action as a bonus action. Ooh, team tactics. Nice. Mapach. They get constitution and wisdom. They are neutral. They're medium. They have dark vision. Expert climbers. 20 feet. Oh, climb speed 20. Resilient, you have advantage on saving throws against poison damage. Scrounge, blah blah blah. Scroungecraft. Oh, proficient tinker tools. Oh, cool! You can make like basic stuff. Skulker, you have advantage on stealth checks made in dim light and darkness. Volpin, +2 to intelligence and 1 in charisma. They aren't innately evil, but their difficulty emphasizing with others means they are only rarely good aligned. They're medium. Walking speed 30. Hunting at night. Can see dim light within 60 feet as a bright light and darkness as a dim light. Cannot discern color in darkness, only shades of gray. You have a bite attack. What? Evasive, you add your intelligence modifier as a bonus on all dexterity saving throws. What the heck? You can cast Charm Person as a first level and Ambush Prey at second level. Yeah, fuck so. Let's see. Kraven could be, he imagines elk, moose, or antelopes. Any hoofed creature with horns that would fit the bill, especially those native to forest mountain environments. Alright, so they would need to have any sort of, like, horns to be able to fit that. Blackbirds and grackles, good visual, typically being dark feathered variety. Jays, nutcrackers, but alright. Oh, yes! Gallus. Suited for ground life to those with longer proportions. Waterfowl, such as ducks or geese, could be used as visual inspirations for communities of Gallus living in Humblewood wetlands. Peacocks could also be used. Heron, storks, and bitterns could also be a good reference for taller. Plumage. Hedge. Porcupine could also fit. Armadillos, pangolins, or echidnas would also work. Other small rodents with mouse-like proportions, including chinchillas, would be used for visual inspiration as well. Though a greater stretch, the Gerbian speed, size, and communal way would make them an ideal analog for races based on rabbits or hares. That is true. Luma are inspired by doves and pigeons, but their size, high charisma mean that small songbirds such as chickadees, wrens, sparrows, and cardinals would be a good fit. A bird of paradise could also be used during the focus on performance. However, this should be better suited for visitors of Humblewood. Mapach, inspired by raccoons. Yeah, it could be like ferrets and badgers. Means that many members of this family, including polecats, would be a good fit. Basically, anything that would be in the weasel family. Raptor. Falcons, but using larger species such as eagles or vultures as reference would also work for raptor characters. Marine raptors could take the visual inspirations from seabirds, notably parrot or shearwaters, due to their swim speed. Streaks usually resemble owls of all kinds. Greater grey owl or giant scops owl can provide. Or boreal or little. Oh, Vulpin could also be wolves, coyotes, or any hunting canine. Breeds of tame dogs would not be a good fit. They're basically like, yeah, kind of like just wild animals. Canines specifically. That was kind of cool. Here you will find a selection of options you can use to further customize your bard, cleric, or fighter. 2 new domains and new class options that are well suited for characters of the wood. The Scofflaw and the College of the Road. Oh! Okay, Bard College. The following options available: the College of the Road, not an official recognized college. The College of the Road represents a personal and elective set of skills, knowledge, and techniques as a wandering bard picks up along their journey. As inveterate jack of all trades, bard possesses a variety of aptitudes in combat, magecraft, and general know-how, and making them bonus proficiencies: Wanderer's Lord, Traveler tricks, favorite trick, improved tricks. Okay. When you join the college at 3rd level, you may gain choose 3 of the following options. Each option can only be selected once. Oh, cool. When a creature has a bardic inspiration die granted by you, they may make a single Arcana, History, Nature, or Religion check with advantage. The creature may choose whether or not to add the bardic inspiration to this. Oh! You at level 3, you already have several memorable experiences from your life on the road. You learn 2 travel tricks from the travel tricks or options. Okay, that's pretty freaking cool, I will say. Which I remember. Notice board. No, I did not need that to do that. I needed this to do this. No, that's not what I wanted. Become stronger by practicing the tricks you know and encountering stronger adventurers who share their knowledge with you. You mastery over your own over your tricks increase. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna open this up real quick. God damn it, I can't do what I was thinking about doing. Oh well. There we go. So, anybody got some fun D&D stories to talk about? Travel tricks. Okay, so favorite trick. If you're that you know and designate as your favorite. If you roll initiative and have no uses of bardic inspiration remaining, you gain. Yeah, that's true. We gain 1 use of it. Oh, cool. Oh. Lol. Oh boy. That's kind of cool. So wait. Okay. So wait. Ah, so you need... you need to do the tricks, you need to spend Bardic Inspiration. Interesting. There's a lot of tricks. Dark bargain. What the with a you made a shady bargain with a haggard warlock? Oh fuck god. Aww. That's not good, Murray. I'm actually gonna go into the Let's Chat so that Pocky can join the chat. It is available for anybody that wants to chat and is on the Discord. I'm available on there. Dark Bargain is pretty spoopy.
Yay.
Hello.
Oh yeah, that means I need to lower the volume on the stream.
Cleric stuff. Divine Domains, you can choose the Knight or Community. Oh, Community Domain spells. Bless Goodberry. Aid, Heroism, Beacon of Hope, Spirit Guardians, Banishment, Faithful Hound, Massacre Wounds, and Telepathic Bond. I feel sad about that internet fact, my friend Murray. From first level, you gain the ability to conjure a flagstone hearth. With what?
Oopsie.
Oh my god! At level 1, you can just go like, yeah, here, a hearth with a pot and stuff. It's like, oh yeah, it warms up. You can use to prepare food and stuff on the way. Oh my god, this is great. Oh my god, this changes so many things, just seeing this. I love this. I love this one specific thing so much.
Oh boy.
Blessing of the Hearth. I love simplistic stuff like that. Starting at level 2, you may use your channel divinity to conjure a magical feast for the rough road ahead. By spending 10 minutes, you may create a number of delicious, well-prepared, yet simple food items equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1. These food items will last up to 8 hours, or until the end of a rest, and will never spoil. Eating food created this way takes an action, providing whomever eats it with healing equal to 2d4 plus your cleric level, and can remove either the frightened or poison condition from that creature chosen by the creature when consumed. Oh my god! Magic food! I love this! Oh my god, I need to send this to, like... Oh my god. I'm going to need to snip this. Just these two. Oh my god, I need to send this.
Indeed.
Just like I have this in the campaign. I'm checking this stuff over. There is this lean as heck, this very lean, scrawny looking half-orc who just is the best cook, and I've been debating. There's one subclass of rogue that I found that I really like that is called the bartender, which makes sense for him to be, because it gives him like a bunch of cool stuff. I'll show it real quick. Um. mm, 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 mm. Yeah. Bartender, mixologist, gets all sorts of like beer stuff and public speaker and like it's cool. It fits him. It's so, but the thing that is funny about this, like he's not a cleric, not at all. But this makes me want to make him a cleric. It wouldn't fit him, but it would fit him. You know, it's I don't know how to explain it better than that.
Yeah.
It's like, you know, I don't worship a god, but you know, I kind of worship food. So you know, he along with another dude, they manage a bar called the Donkey's Hoof. It's a tavern, and they both are pretty good at cooking. However, like Goop is like supposed to be specifically good at it. This half orc.
Yeah.
And this just makes me want to do him as a this, but it wouldn't make any sense because he doesn't know any magics. I might make him multi-class into this at some point. Oh my god! I might make this NPC multi-class into stuff. Cause like currently how they're doing things, they're making a pact with this dude, and they pact with these two dudes, and it might end up with them like teaming up forever and stuff. So. And that might make the NPCs level up as well. Depending on situations. Not all, but yeah, this is so sweet.
I wasn't fast enough at crafting, so my store is closed. And it was the hot item of the day.
Starting at 6th level, you can use your Chant Divinity to instigate a feeling of vigilant protection in you and your allies. You grant yourself and a number of allies up to your Wisdom modifier. A boon from your deity. Allies must be able to see you and be within 30 feet to receive this boon. Once per round, a creature benefiting from this boon can roll a d6, adding the result to a skill check, saving throw, or attack roll. This effect lasts for a number of rounds equal to your Wisdom modifier, minimum of 1 round. The creature can only benefit from this effect if it can see at least one of its allies. Ooh. Which reminds me. This reminded me of something. I need to edit one of my the characters that my players has. Because he's supposed to be not a desert dwarf, and we accidentally made him into a desert dwarf, and we're gonna fix that. Where is Brahmin? I need to find Brahmin. But yes, the magic food is dope. There you are, Brahmin. I'm gonna open it up at the other page here so that I won't. Give me the derf. I need to open up the derf. He is... Oh yeah, where's my pencil? There's my pencil stuff. He's not a Durgar. So he's supposed to be a hill dwarf currently, which gave him +1 in this, but... Aha! So yeah, from where he is in the world, that would not make sense. So I will change this here to a 15. Sadly, his hit points lowered by 1.
That's a good meme.
There we go. And his strength increases to 17 instead of 15. And he has proficiency in light and medium armor. There, I fixed it. I fixed him. He's fixed. I repaired him. He is a mountain dwarf. Not a hill dwarf. He wanted to be accurate, so when I told him this, I said he didn't need to change it, but he was like, nah. I said I was from there, so I wanted to be like, I want that to be accurate. So I was like, alright, man, it's up to you, man. You can do whatever you want. You can be that person that can change your stuff if you really want me to. Ah. But yes, this is pretty freaking cool. Kind of reminds me a little bit on the paladin archetype, the paladin path that I made. Divine Strike. Once on each of your turns, when you hit a creature with a weapon, you can cause the attack to deal 1d8 extra psychic damage to the target. Visions of the evil they have wrought upon the flash. You can choose whether or not any foe. You can choose whether any foe reduces your hit points by this attack, remains stable, or dies. When you reach 14th level, the extra damage increases to D. Whoa! Wow! You can do that once per turn. So no matter what thing you have, like if you have a freaking like a longsword hitting them, you can always do 2d8. One of them is psychic damage.
Nice.
That is strong boy material.
Yes.
Alright. Paragon of the People at level 70. Your community watch grants you an additional d6 to each effect. Ooh, God. Also grants immunity to fear for the duration of the effect. Additionally, your magnificent feast produces twice as many foodstuffs each, of which can, when consumed, remove a single curse or disease affecting the target, including attunement to a cursed item. Whew! God dang it, guys. This is cool. I like this. This is cool. Night Domain. Laser beams. Okay, domain spells: Ice of the Twilight, Ward of Shadows, Invocation of the Night, Improved Ward, Eyelight Twilight Improvement, Veil of Dreams, Eyelight Twilight Improvement, Creature of the Night, Eye of Twilight Improvement, Sleep, Veil of Dusk, Darkness, Moonbeam, Non-Detection, Globe of Twilight, Divination, Stellar Bodies, Dreaming Seeming. Okay, you can see in dim light and darkness. So you basically have dark vision 60 feet. When you reach 6th level, you can see 120 feet. Essentially, this is dark vision. You can see normally in darkness at level 8, just like normal. Wow, you can call. Wow, okay. You can give yourself true sight. For And it only functions in magical or non-magical darkness. Okay. Oh, an attacker that can't be blinded is immune by this feature, but you can use your reaction to impose disadvantage on attack rolls against you. As an action, you present your holy symbol, causing the source of mundane or magical light within 30 feet of you to be extinguished. Oh. Oh, any hostile creature must make a Constitution saving throw. Those that fail it are blinded for a number of rounds equal to your cleric level. A creature blinded in this way is getting a new saving throw at the end of each turn to remove the effect. A creature that has total cover is not affected. Oh, you can use the ward to help your allies as well. That's cool. At level 6 at least. You gain Mastery or Magical Sleep. When you cast a sleep spell, add your cleric level to the dice you roll to determine how many hit points of creatures the spell can affect. If the first target chosen has too many hit points to be affected, the spell will instead target the next creature you've chosen that the spell could affect before affecting other targets. Additionally, any creature you put to sleep cannot be woken until the start of your next turn. Otherwise, the sleep spell acts normal. Oh my god. This is so cool. Oh my god, level 17, you for a minute or more, or until you dismiss it, you emit a heavily obscuring darkness in the 30-foot radius and lightly obscuring shadows in 50 feet beyond that. The darkness and shadows overlap and smother existing sources of light. Only light produced by a 9th level spell or similarly powerful can negate the darkness and shadows. Enemies within the shadows constantly feel the presence of hungry predators watching them and become frightened. As long as they remain inside the affected area, enemies in the darkness are both blinded and frightened for as long as they remain within its area. Okay, so scary darkness. Scofflaw. Doing what they need to survive. Rules are made to be broken. The Scofflaw extends this logic to their fighting style, using every trick at their disposal to gain the upper hand against their foe. The Scofflaw cows their enemies into submission or overwhelms their defenses with a single cheap shot.
G?
Hmm?
Remember that topic yesterday?
What topic?
The bad topic?
Yes.
Guess what YouTube just sort of recommended? A urologist
Oh,
reacts to Grey's Anatomy penile fracture.
Fucking A, oh my god. Bonus proficiencies: intimidating banter, brutal brawler, misdirection, blindside, brutal brawler improvement, infamy, blindside improvement, two for flinching, brutal brawler, and blindside improvements. Oh, you get the proficiency in one of the following skills: deception, insight. Oh, alternatively, you may learn Thieves' Cant. A fighter that learns Thieves' Cant? Oh boy. As long as you're in combat, you may choose to use strength or dexterity to make... What the fuck? Oh my god, in combat you can use strength or dexterity to make charisma ability checks? You can just be like, look at someone and use intimidate by like flexing your muscle? That's pretty cool. You break a wooden log in your hands like... Yeah guys, you ain't gonna frick with me. Your proficiency with Oh, you have proficiency with improvised weapon and treat any improvised weapon you handle as if it has the finesse quality. Additionally, whenever you hit with an improvised weapon, you may spend a bonus action to break it over your opponent. Using this destroys the weapon but deals maximum number each. Deals the maximum number each of the weapon's damage dice could deal to the target. Any additional damage dice added to the attack's damage roll are not affected by this ability. So, if the weapon you're using is a D8 weapon and you break it, you will deal the maximum amount of damage. When you spend your bonus action to break an improvised weapon at level 10, you gain an additional 2d6 to the weapon's base damage dice. Oh, nice. You have advantage on attacks you make with improvised weapons. Oh my god. The misdirection. At 7th level, you're adept at using words and gestures to taunt or fake out your opponents. As a bonus action, you can misdirect an opponent within 5 feet of you. On a failed... Oh my god. On a failed check, they must spend their reaction to attack a creature of your choice within 5 feet of them. If no other creature is present within 5 feet of them, they waste the reaction attacking the air where you once were. Oh my god. At 10th level, you truly are skilled at exploiting openings, creating... Oh my god, this is so cool. You may use this technique against any creature that hasn't yet taken a turn in combat or who has you have successfully misdirected this turn. On a hit, you exploit... You may also apply this technique to any attack roll you make with advantage. On a hit, you exploit an opening in the target's defenses, dealing an extra 5d6 points of damage. Once you use this ability, you cannot use it again until you have taken a short or long rest. At level 15, it increases to 7d6 and 18 to 9d6. If you have no use of this ability at the beginning of combat on your turn, you regain 1 use of it. You can only use it once, so getting this, again, in that kind of situation is pretty great.
I just want to say this. You know how the hourglass you found was like white with pink sand?
Yes.
I found a black one with white sand. We're just finding our aesthetics, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As a part of your attack action, you can utter deadly threats in a single thrust target to a single target within 30 feet of you, causing them to become frightened of you for 1 minute on a failed wisdom saving throw. An affected target may repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. DC for a creature who has witnessed or heard tales of your ruthlessness makes this saving throw with disadvantage.
Oh.
Creature must be able to see you, hear you, or otherwise be able to understand you. 2 for flinching. Whenever you take the attack action against an opponent you have successfully misdirected this turn, or an opponent that is afflicted by a condition, you may make 1 additional attack against that opponent. You may only use this feature once per round. Oh my god. You just go like, hey, look over there. What? Oh, dang. Bandit Effector. Oh, that's cool. So you can... So there's a new backgrounds, the Bandit Effector. I've done terrible things in the past, and I want to try to make up for them. Grounded. Wind touch. Oh my god, no, I have like a single beard like coming out of my chin that's annoying the frick out of me.
Delicious.
Got it. I will need to just shave later. Oh. Okay, here are a few feats. You need glide for this one, but you're just really good at it, and you don't need to move at least 10 feet to perform a long or high jump. You may choose whether or not the jumping use your dexterity or strength or dexterity. You may use the dash action while gliding to fly an additional distance up to your movement speed. God damn it. God damn it. You may change direction freely while gliding and may gain up to 10 feet of altitude once before you finish your descent. Oh. Your time as a bandit has granted you a sense for danger and made you skilled in sizing up opponents. You may gain the following benefit. When you're asked to make a saving throw, you may spend your reaction to add your intelligence modifier to an additional bonus to the saving throw. You may spend your reaction to add... Okay. So you can add your intelligence to a saving throw once per long rest. And... Oh, and you can learn one useful thing about the target's combat abilities on a DC 10 plus challenge rating investigation check. Like, know if they have a resistance or immunity, condition immunity, and stuff like that. Heavy glider. You may glide holding a heavy weapon and wearing heavy armor as long as you aren't encumbered. Oh, you can choose to land in a hostile creature space that is large or smaller. If you do so, you may roll an opposed strength check against the creature. On success, you push them 10 feet away and knock them prone with the force of your impact. Oh, nice.
Okay, that one seems harmless.
You have learned the tricks and the trades of thievery, allowing you to exploit opportunities for pickpocketing both in and out of combat. You've gained the following benefits. You increase your dexterity score by 1 when a creature fails a melee attack roll against you. In combat, you can make a dexterity sleight of hand check against a DC equal to 10 plus the target's dexterity modifier. On success, you may steal any one item that is not being held or worn by the target. I mean, I would also argue that you would have to see it, because, you know, you're not going to steal something from somebody's, like, backpack if you can't see, like, don't know it's there. Oh, whenever you successfully use your sleight of hand skill outside of combat to steal an object, you may immediately conceal it flawlessly on your person or put another object you possess in its place. I need to do this to it, because I know a player that would really want to have this.
I'm wondering if it's correct or not.
There we go. A perfect landing taught you how to fall more gracefully. You gain the following benefits. God damn it. Yeah, seriously, I need to shave later.
Yeah.
You need to remember to do that. Increase your dexterity score by 1. Reduce the damage die for falling from D6 to D4. You do not fall prone after taking falling damage. You do not take damage for the first 30 feet of your fall. You have special connection with the natural world. Great beasts regard you as their kin, and you possess the ability to speak the language of the most powerful mystic in their kind. You gain the following benefits: Charisma 1. Beasts of large size or larger have a friendly disposition of you unless you have attacked them. You have advantage on charisma checks made against beasts that are of the large size or larger. You can speak and understand giant eagle, giant elk, and giant owl. You can otherwise be understood by any beast of large size or larger, whether or not they speak a language. Beasts with intelligence score of 4 or lower may only be able to understand simple concepts. Wood-wise, you have lived your entire life in the gnarled, wooded areas of the world. You are adept at finding your way through even the most treacherous terrain. You gain the following benefits: proficiency in either the survival or nature check. You ignore difficult terrain, and you cannot become lost in natural surroundings except by magical means. Cool, guys. These are, let's see, there are a few new spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, wait. I can't really count that. Ambush prey. Oh, duration is an hour?
Nice.
Oh, you channel primal predatory energies to perfectly conceal your presence in order to surprise your target. The invisibility will last for the duration of the spell. However, moving 5 feet or more from your position when you cast the spell will end the effect. As long as you remain invisible, the first attack you make against a target who is unaware of you deals an additional 1d6 points of damage. So basically, as long as you are completely still until something happens, you're invisible for an hour.
Nice.
You cast your eyes skyward, granting your sight from the higher. Oh, you project your vision to see through an invisible sensor, which appears in a spot up to 120 feet above you. You can see through the sensor as if you were flying, granting a full 360-degree view from its location. The sensor moves with you, retaining its height in relation to you. You can use a bonus action to adjust the sensor's height, but only to a maximum 120 feet above you. While looking through the sensor, you're blind, though you can switch between seeing through the sensor or through your own eyes at any time during your turn. Feathered reach. You can you transform your arms into powerful wings and your fingers into long, graceful feathers. The effect of the spell lasts 1 minute, at which point the feathers gradually fall out, causing you to float gently to the ground as your arms return to their original form. You can, as a bonus action, you can fly up to double your movement speed. You must land once you finish your movement, although you do not take fall damage while this spell is effective, as your feathered arms bear you gently to the ground. You can use your powerful feathered arms to propel yourself upwards at distance half your movement speed.
Yeah.
You can do this once during your turn and may use it in conjunction with the regular jump. When falling, you can use your reaction to stiffen up your arms and glide on the wind. This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go through all of them, but these are pretty freaking cool spells.
Yeah.
These are not. Oh wow, there aren't that many. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 new spells.
Yes.
Veil of Dustness, your incant towards a creature, cloaking them in shadowy veil of darkness and silence. The target gains a +1 bonus to their armor class and makes stealth checks with advantage for the duration of the spell. Nice. Let's check. There's one thing more that I was gonna check before we go out of this stuff. I did not. I'm gonna check here a thing.
Mm.
I want to check the bestiary and then the new magic items.
Yeah.
Ash snake, huge monstrosity, unaligned. Oh, so it has an superheated ash. Oh, cool. Wow, that looks like a Balrog. Aspect of fire.
Indeed.
Birdfolk skeleton. Oh god.
Whoa.
Talons and short swords. Oh my god. Couple fright. Horror of horrors. They're like a skeleton, like pieced together, like from the skeletons of 5 or 6 birdfolk.
That sort of reminds me of this one creature
What is this
in
thing?
FF14, but alas, you haven't seen it, so.
Soul siphon.
Nice.
Ember bat. Forest prowler.
Oh, that's adorable, man.
Lesser demon.
That's also adorable.
Mountain lion. Oh boy.
That's kind of freaky. The mountain lion's nice, yes.
Caustic slime. Oh, nice.
Mmm.
Yes.
Mmm.
Shifting slime.
Mmm.
Pseudopod. Sticky slime.
Oh boy. Wake worm?
Wake worm. Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh wait, I think I just realized something dumb.
Yes, boo.
My camera is so delayed.
Mm.
There, I fixed my dumbness. I realized I forgot to take the delay off my camera.
Oh. I wasn't paying too much attention to that.
It probably wasn't great seeing my like face move a few seconds behind my voice. For some people. Birdfolk, dockmasters, farmers, guard. Oh my god, this is so cool.
Mm.
My god. It's an elk.
Moose.
Moose.
Or is it an elk? I'm very derp right now. Yeah, I would check, but I'll do it one day. One day. Over the rainbow. Yes, I am working on getting myself some bait.
This is pretty cool stuff here. Oak heart. That's a plant. Apple of the Autumn Moon. Neutral evil Vulpin Priest of Kren.
That's a cutie.
Let's see. New magic items, Blade of the Wood, a finely crafted sword with delicate etchings. It resonates with a faint hum of life. +1 to attack and hit. Attack and damage. Feathered helmet.
Oh my.
Oh, depending on what your race. Oh, depending what race has it, you get different effects.
Mm.
Oh. Oh, cool.
You know what?
Oh my. Oh, that's cool. Gifts of Rhyme. The Winter Necronomicon Ex Corvus. Yes.
Hey, dude.
Hmm.
So, you know how what is the difference between the Light of Hope that we have and the complete version? Is it the same thing exactly, or?
Light of Hope.
Yeah, there's like it says like complete collection that I'm seeing here. Yeah, it's a different. Here's Light of Hope, and then there's complete collection. What is the difference?
Oh, you're talking about Harvest Moon.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
Includes the full game and all the DLC. Huh. So there's a DLC for it? I did not know. I'm just looking at Ormson. That's why I was like, wait, what?
You confuse me, is basically what you were saying.
Yes.
Red Feathered Bow.
Oh, they still have Pokeball Plus.
Oh, cool. You can shoot an arrow from this bow and expend a bonus and use a charge to see through the arrow as a bonus action.
Collector's Edition.
You see from the point your arrow lands as if you were there for 1 minute. If the arrow strikes a creature, you can see what they see for the same duration. Nice!
I'm so confused, bro. There's also a collector's edition? What does that mean?
Apparently.
What is this blasphemy? Let me look at these. There's some.
This is a pretty cool book. I recommend that anybody that finds this stuff cool should definitely buy it. Should we close the book right now? Close this here. Yeah, that's a pretty cool book, guys. I can't really say that anything else is so. It's like I specifically like the races and classes. The feats were also pretty good. I think I enjoyed a lot of those races a lot, and some of those some of those feats were pretty good. Not all of them, but like most of them were pretty good, and I feel like one of them is kind of slightly encroaching on top of like the territory of other of the ranger. Like just slightly, because it gives you like I mean, it's a feat, so, you know, you have to be at level 4, 8. Or, like, you have to get to that level in a class to get it, so...
Yeah. Ooh.
But it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, right now, I have a few options here in front of me to do. One of the things I kind of want to do is work on the city. It's not really a city; it's a town. It's a pretty big town, but it's still a town. It's not like a. I mean, all right. I'm gonna open up the map I made.
Okay, so the difference between the Joy-Cons in Alco and Ormson is 5 kronor.
Yeah.
I'm just like, what? What is this?
So, this is the map of the world that I'm working. I do not need this fuckery. Like, oh, there. I don't want it to do that thing. So, I would not, like, Port Hildegard is a city due to its, like, incredibly large size. Bay End is a, town. Grimtrove is a city. Brunello is also a town. Port Trissa is, like, kind of between a town and a city. It's not, like, fully town, like, it's not fully city territory, but, you know.
Me.
Well, let me check one thing, just out of curiosity.
Like, I could get a one of those, but I don't know.
Yeah, okay. So apparently, a town is a populated area with fixed borders and a local government. A city is a large and or important town. So technically technically seen, this place could be categorized as a city, I guess.
Oh man.
I want to change
Nice
I want to change the name of Faebloom Forest to Faebloom Woods. Give me one moment, everyone. I'm gonna fix things.
Yeah.
Oh my god, this is gonna be horrible. This thing will make me lag for like a moment while I'm doing this fix.
Nice.
Save as map 1. It's saying I'm just making, yeah, immediately when I started doing this, it started dropping some frame. Wow, that's Chinese.
So cool.
Alright, I did not want to do that any longer than I had to. Yeah, that makes me feel better. I like that name a lot more. I mean, most of this area is all the Faeblooms, part of the Faebloom. But, alas.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to work on this place here. I want to make a town map I'm not sure exactly, like, how I'm gonna do it. Like, I know that there is one of those, like, generators that do the whole thing for you, but I'm like, I don't want to do that. I just kind of want to make it. I might just draw it up on a map, like hand draw it, but I still want to kind of work on what is in the town.
Yeah.
I also need to work on basically a layout for a museum. Because the museum is a target for the players at some point. Soon, very soon.
Oh boy.
I wonder, is Murray still there? I hope.
That is a possibility.
If their lives aren't being made uber bad by lag. I do hope that they're still there. It's fun to have people around.
So it's kinda... So you can get, like, D-pad Joy-Cons? But, like, that's of course only for, like, it seems like one side?
Murray! Hey, Murray. She's still alive. We fretted for nothing. I believe she is. It's so funny that, like, I went to, like, the highest quality thing to, like, go, like, yeah, can you make this, like, uber good when you print it? And they're like, sure! And then it comes out, like, go as close as I can, and it's like, pfft, poop.
The only thing about the D-pad Joy-Cons is that they cannot be wireless.
Maybe.
They have to be attached to...
Do you have any cool stories, Murray? Let's see. Yeah. Alright, I'll grab this here. Oh. The original map that I made, by the way, it's over here. I drew it up. Drawing ain't my specialty, but I can do a little bit. Oh, a bunch? I want to hear your story someday.
Oh.
I already know all the stories that Pocket goes through. Thank you.
I just don't wanna remember. Just because you keep saying it, I just keep going back to that one dark time.
What dark time? What are you talking about?
Hjalti.
Ah.
Yes. It was dark.
Basically, almost in the entirety of this here area is part of the town. Like, a large portion of it, at least. Here. Like, it doesn't go all the way up into the snowlands, but, like, maybe here and here. Oh! Oh, you that's play together? Sweet.
This is this.
L'env. Cool peeps playing together. If I'm hand drawing the map, it would probably be something like
Guess I can check here.
kind of get this general shape. I kind of need to do this as a hand drawn first so that I can kind of work it into. Because I tried for the life of me to do it in the map creator where it made the original that map there, and it just will make the stream and everything lag. And I tried to do it off stream, and that was horrible. Oh my god, sweet. Nice. I've had one character who ascended to godhood. His name was Conry of the Grey Peaks.
Indeed.
He was, like, my original idea of him was kind of a joke and kind of not. Like, I take all of my characters seriously, but, this is gonna be the funny part about this. So, he was a wolfman who was a werewolf. So basically when he went lycanthrope, he just looked buff as fuck. He just basically became... He basically became like Hulk. Oh, that's... Oh. Damn. Yes, lycanthrope.
Okay, so the thing that looks the best right now.
The thing that I have the biggest problem, like figuring out how to draw, is like cliffs on the sides. Like, cause I like to do top-down drawings when I do this stuff, and I can't figure out for the life of me how to do cliffs in this kind of situation.
Okay, I'm gonna send you something on your on Discord, on just private, and tell me if it's a good idea or not.
Alright, I'll do that.
Yes. Oh, I don't know about that now.
You make harsh lines and write cliff on it next to it.
But wait, no, I'm not gonna get that.
But yeah, the basically he became a god of something fun. What is?
Well, there's also... Nah.
This does not have any Joy-Cons in it though.
I know. I noticed that. That's why I was saying just no, just no.
Okay.
And there's this. This is fun.
Yes, it is.
I kind of want it.
Yeah. But yes, he became... Because, okay, so his whole thing was, like, he had one best friend named named Brim. And together he and Brim made the Brimwolf clan. And they made a clan together. They just, like, that's their whole thing. And they created, they decided they were going to create a fort called Halbert Hill and everything. And this world was like a world where you had to have magical gauntlets to be able to cast magic. And since my character was gone through a lot of stuff, but he could cast magic. He was an eldritch knight of sorts. Really, really, really buff. Did all sorts of shit. Ended up having to make a deal. Made a deal with a demon because, you know, it benefited him at the time, and then he just said fuck you with it because it became a god. But he did so many funky things. Like, they were in a deal, like, forced to be in a, like, deal with this tyrant demon, and the entire time she was forcing them to bow. He was standing up the entire time, and she was using her magic to force me down, and I took just continual damage, and I said, like, every time, I'm going to continue to stand up. I will not stop standing up until I can stand up. And finally, when the thing ended, I had 1 hit point left. I was like, I'm barely alive, but I stood my ground. Demon was so impressed that they mounted this pool of wall, like froze it in time and put it on a wall. It was pretty great. But I had a whole thing to my character, which was literally my character loved to drink, and me and my friend were like, we drank at every given opportunity, like every given opportunity. I went into drinking contests with things that should not be drunk, like enter drinking contests with, and I won. I was literally the scariest guy when it came to drinking contests, and I did it just for fun all the time. I had an ungodly bonus to resist poisons and stuff like that, and nobody, like, my friend won me once in a drinking competition because I rolled a natural 1 3 times in a row. That's the only reason why I won. He was like, I need, like, if you would have rolled a 2 at any given time, you would have won. And we were like, but it doesn't really matter, we're just doing this for shits and giggles. But he was such a nice guy that he was ready to sacrifice, like, a bit of himself to save the souls of other lost people. So, like, there was a drinking contest of souls, and he made a deal with a god, and his friend threatened his god to make this deal a reality to save souls. So every time he drank the souls out of a cup, he sent those souls to his deity and redeemed them and saved them. It was a fun thing, and I ended up getting offered to become the god of revelry, and like basically like one of my friends explained it, he became the god of tits and wine. Revelry and commune and stuff. I was basically, if there was a party going on, people, they prayed to me, yo. My church were taverns. At the end of things, my church were the taverns. It was pretty freaking grand. Yeah, it was a pretty high-stake drinking game. That I will agree to. It was a grand old time, but you know, I won. Against a pit fiend nonetheless and stuff. So, you know, it was pretty great. It's kind of funny.
So, okay, if I want to take one of those D-pad Joy-Cons, there's only one available at the web store right now.
Oh, you basically started a cult. That's freaking great. I ended up having one of the originally we were gonna do a campaign that was supposed to be a follow-up to this, but it ended up being a prequel. And one of the players made their characters as a monk of. It was making himself as a drunken monk of Conry. But like I was known as the my god title was the Wolf King. And the One-Eyed Wolf. The Wolf King and the One-Eyed Wolf. I was a one-eyed man. But yeah, they wanted to be a drunken monk of the One-Eyed Wolf and worship them as, and their whole thing was just like, they were thinking about taking like a monk cleric route, because one of the benefits that you would have gotten as a cleric of me was that you could have summoned a tank, this barrel full of like basically god liquor, and that was basically one of the things you could do as a believer in Conry, basically. Yeah. Or no, I think that was supposed to be like a legendary item or something. I don't know. I don't remember specifically, but like we were thinking about making that a thing. And the holy symbol is a tankard. It was a grand old time. I will just say that. Yep, it was kinda great. Connery was a wonderful specimen. He was not hated by anyone, if I remember correctly. Everyone kind of loved him. He only hated one guy, and he was a literal time paradox. That guy made him lose one of his hands because, quote, he got sent so far back in time that like it wasn't on like any dated calendar or like any dated event, and he was like, oh great, and like he met the now god of like the god that he worships, the god of magic. By the way, the funniest thing about that is because my character lost his gauntlet because his magic is too strong for the gauntlet. The goddess gave him her own staff to use magic, you know, because it was the only thing strong enough to contain his magic. And I was a holy one of her. It was pretty great. But the thing that was extra funny about that is when I met her in a time before, like, because I met her at the incident that made magic unstable to begin with. Oh.
Aw, man.
Oh man, I wanted to finish the story. I'll finish the story just to finish it. But yeah, they essentially met their god with her staff, and she looked at it floating around him, like. I should probably ask about that, but probably not. And I'm like, yep, nope. I come from the future. You should not ask me any questions. I cannot tell you anything. I just, you know, let's just say that I got pretty strong magics. Turns out that one of the ingredients needed for the spell to send me back to my own time is a werewolf's paw, and I just looked at him, looked at the DM like, I'm so going to kill this dude that sent me back in time, who's called Lucklin. I'm going to kill him next time I see him. And sure enough, I tried my best to kill him, but he is a literal time paradox, and I hated him. I still hate him to this day. I like, as a god, like, because he's a time paradox, I can't touch him as a god, and as a god, I can't really mess with the mortal world, but I'm, like, made a conscious effort. Like, before I became a god, I had a deal with a lich that I could punch him in the face if I could find the ways to do it without getting, like, killed doing it. And just before I became a god, the overlord, the overgod of the world said, like, yeah, he owes you one, so I punched him in the face. With god powers, FYI. Lich was like, yep, I deserve this, I made a deal for that.
Okay. I think this is fine.
Okay, that's cool.
What do you think?
I will check.
Yeah.
Yes. I'll miss you, Murray.
God bless Murray.
Yes. This is good.
Yeah. Then I can at least have it handheld with the D-pad.
Bye.
Yeah. And have the other thing when I'm using the dock. Yeah. I am gonna BRB.
So this port town has, like, it's named after the fort that is on top of this cliff here, Fort Yana. And this is kind of like a side of the cliff that is kind of going on here. Now the cliff goes, the walls of the city are kind of crafted along that cliff side that goes there. So I should, like down along the sea. So I should probably add like towers alongside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like towers here and here and here. And basically every corner where I'm putting like a circle at to represent like the walls of this city is like I need to erase a line to make it. Circle, circle, square. That is Chrono Trigger remix that is going on right now. God dang it. Now I need to fix this here a little. And this here a little bit. There we go. And if we add the circles to it. Yes, alright. I'm kind of trying to get a gist of it. I feel like I need to kind of change a little bit of how this city leans in. Because I feel like it's leaning too much outward towards the sea where, well, it should lead a little bit more inward. So I need to adjust the lines a little bit. Yeah, like I said, the hardest thing for me is to write, like, figure out, like, is this supposed to be on a cliff? I made kind of a derpy cliffside thing here on it. Like I just took as a reference. And I think I own a tablet thing somewhere where I could like draw with it, but I don't know where it is right now, and I would have done this in Photoshop if I knew. I am so warm. So I feel like instead of going kind of outwards, it should go kind of inwards. Kind of like this a little bit. Kind of like give it a reason, because like you would not knowingly craft a harbor in a place where like the land was not very well supported for defense in any way. And we'll make them have built like a tower a little bit into the water here, which acts as a lighthouse. With a wall kind of extending from the land. The worst thing in this certain scenario is that I can't really kind of give an idea where, like, each thing kind of begins and ends.
And I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, I wanted the Pokemon D-pad, but that was sold out.
I'm gonna
So
add
was the Mario one.
Mm.
And so I ended up going with, yeah, Zelda, and I decided to take that. Delicious.
Yeah.
Jigglypuff. There was a Pichu one, but that was also sold out.
Oh, sad times.
So instead of going with that, I just went for the cutesy one. Why the fuck not?
True that.
Now how does this go?
Now let's see. Alright, I'm looking at this, and I have literally no clue on how I'm gonna proceed right now.
Yeah.
Like, I kinda need to figure out how this wall is expanding. Kinda give myself a general idea of...
Sure. Yep, there we go. Goodbye, money. Hello.
Hello, life of comfortable gaming. Goodbye, money. My one true friend.
I mean, I already have a bag for my my Switch, but you know, this one has room for the new controller and shit.
Give me un momento, por favor.
Yes, he is.
I found the thing that will be so useful. Geometric set. To make straight lines. Because I need that for walls of my city.
Reminds me to check here. Alright, so if it's correct, it should show up at sometime tomorrow, I hope. But honestly, all the like extra Joy-Con, you know, pairs, all sold out.
Everyone's
on
everyone's overusing their
Armson.
switches.
Yep. It is a bit sad.
Oh my god, Persona music.
Oh. So yeah, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 games on the list. That I wrote down earlier.
Oh, 12 games on the horror game list?
Yeah. Though one of them is kind of impossible considering it's rare. As in, the cheapest, it is 3 digits. The most expensive one I saw was over $1,000.
I feel like you did a lot of research on my behalf, and that is very convenient. Thank you very much.
Meanwhile, Hunting Ground, the game Babe mentioned, that's affordable.
Oh, that's good to know.
It's like, yeah, those are in the double digits, so that's fine. I'm just kind of sad about the whole Rule of Rose being so...
Expensive?
Yeah, but I guess that's what you get with a cult, like, following. Yes, what am I doing? I don't know.
Kind of need to figure out, like, to remember. So in this here area, this is a guard tower, and if I remember correctly, the nobleman's district was kind of... It was kind of built in this here vein. There it is. Currently, I'm not giving the districts any, like, proper names. I just need to figure out where things are currently.
Yeah.
I'm just kind of giving myself a general idea. This is the docks. The docks is kind of big, and... Oh my god, my favorite song from the game. Sweet. Feel like houses would be generally about, like, yes, big. Yeah, I think one of the, like, I don't play as much D&D though nowadays, like as a player, just like
Yeah.
DM nowadays.
True. That is very true.
No, this does not make any sense what I'm doing right now. It's kinda... kind of it felt like this was a little bit too big for the docks. All right. So I feel like don't feel like the docks district would be that that big overall. Just, it falls like a very informed line here. I'll need to go into detail about this whole thing, but you remember how to write market again? I, for some reason, just do not remember.
Market?
Yeah.
Yeah, You remember now?
Yes.
Good, good.
I remember now.
Yay!
For some goddamn reason, I was like, is it C or K?
I mean, it happens.
If I could get myself like one of those top-down cameras where you can see what I'm doing, I would probably stream myself doing like actually downward on my thing here.
Mm-hmm.
I actually do want that kind of like setup for one thing specific, and that is just very determined on how that goes for me. I don't want to talk about that in detail until that stuff happens, if that happens. I'll just say I'll end up doing a lot more artsy things. Which will be weird. It's kind of like... I can't say that the town is like government district, noble district. It's a market. It has docks. They're kind of average. Like commons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I kind of think like there are slums, but I can't really think that the slums are like a set like just like this entire area is slums. Like
Mm-hmm.
actually, this needs to be drawn accurately. This is the graveyard, the very important graveyard.
Yeah.
Cemetery. Okay. Donkey's hoof would be somewhere around here. City gates would probably be here with how this was described. Town gates. Which means that that would mean that from the donkey's hoof, which took about 15 to 20 minutes to walk, this here is about a half an hour. It takes about an hour to walk to the docks, half an hour to walk to the half an hour to the, yeah, that fits. About, I would say about here-ish. Bronze. Flame. Anvil. Actually, wait, I reconsider the location of the cemetery.
Oh.
It needs to be in a different spot. I realized one thing crucial.
Oh boy.
It isn't exactly in like a. It's not in like it's partially in the slums and not fully in the slums because it's not recognized as a slums area. Like the slums are, so technically seen, not the entire slums are like shitty, but you know, they're called the slums because they're not like nearly as well maintained as the rest.
Yep.
So, subjected to reasonable change.
Yeah.
Mantis Cemetery.
Yeah.
There we go. Kinda works. I got this kind of going. This is kind of halfway into that. This is the kind of correct. There's no action. These are currently. District borders docks. This museum that we're looking for would probably be close to center town. Now I just need to figure out a place for strikes, because that would be probably somewhere here. Then there was a place called Historica Historica. I need to find what the name of Archibald's place is. Archibald Redmayne owns a shop. Objecta Historia. So now I can actually send them kind of a... Alright, I can kind of do this. I'm gonna aim it so that the light will hit it and not like stuff from my phone will... I totally freaking just like missed.
Yeah.
There we go. I want to fix, I guess, this wall here. It felt a little bit faint compared to the rest of them. That was the one I was looking for. That was the one I was looking for. So, do you have any D&D horror stories, Pocket?
The Nippler?
What?
A creation of Hjalti.
Oh. Tell me this story, Pocky. I wish to learn.
It's been a long time, so it's a bit foggy, but I do remember that we came across this old guy, this weird old guy. He was kind of terrifying, to be honest. Some sort of a wizard of sorts, and he could remove nipples and put them, and also make nipples appear on random places as well. I don't know why that was created, but you know.
There's such thing called chaos in the world.
Yeah.
And when the DM embodies it, such things happens.
Yeah.
I cannot say if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but you know, generally, I think that kind of results. Depending on the group, it might be a horrific or a glorious thing. I think in this group's instance, because I remember you telling me this story before.
Yeah, it's just been so long. And I don't know, every time you started mentioning this, like, oh, so what are, like, D&D stories? Horrifying D&D stories, and I'm just like, Nippler, Nippler, Nippler.
What kind of Castlevania version is this? I like it. It's kind of, I don't know. I remember what the... Yeah, mariachi version.
Nani?
Check it out, dude.
What's checking what, man? Trying to position myself to fish?
What? You fish?
Yes. How did you aim it there when I'm obviously trying to aim there? I don't.
Magic!
This fucking game. Oh hey, and I got another barrel eye. Of course, the moment I've already caught one,
It's
I get an
all
extra.
the time.
This fucking game.
That's just, you know, how things work, Paco. Just... The Noble District is actually the only district that is actually gated off, so it makes sense to make a tower around here. And a tower around here.
Well, I mean, at least I have an extra one. Like, either the character aims it too high or too... It's like, why?
I need to draw where this entrance is going to be. I never forget the first encounter with the Nobleman's District. They just, like, one character immediately got arrested for trying to deceive his way into it to steal clothes. Freaking dumbos.
Yeah.
I'd like to do this here. I'm gonna move it. I'm shaking the entire room. Oh god! Just like drawing a very basic road here just to kind of I don't like the one thing about this whole oh wow, there's a lot of smudginess to this thing. Because I'm lying on top of some of it. Makes things go all like woo. You know when you like lie on charcoal and it gets like all over the place.
Delicious. My favorite. Also, just the sensation of charcoal in general.
I'm just talking about how it gets everywhere on the paper and it's like not exactly what I wanted.
I'm just...
The one thing about this map is that technically seen scale-wise, it's not really correct.
Yeah.
Because I need...
I got a level 8.
Oh!
I'm a level 8 Bulbasaur now.
Oh my god, my thing is in front of it. I can't see what it was. But obsidian Opendispa 1987. Thank you for the follow.
Nice.
I'm going to move the alert box, for it makes no sense to have it there when I literally can't see the alert. I am up to, I think, 40 7 or 8 followers now.
Nice.
Pretty good.
Now, if only the same could be said about the Shin Tensei.
Yas. Yas, girl. Yas.
If I'm ever waiting. One day.
Uno más. Uno más. Yeah, they would definitely have... Since the nobleman's district is down there, they would definitely put walls up here. Which makes no sense not to.
Me.
They're like, the walls above the district itself is like, yeah, it's like, I mean, you could climb down the cliffs to get there, but you know, still. But then I thought, like, yeah, but they would definitely wall it off, because the people there would be paranoid enough to pay for that shit.
Me.
You know, when you got a bunch of rich people living at one spot together, they ain't gonna be like, yeah, we don't need no walls to defend ourselves. They build a wall everywhere except above them. The heckin' no. You're gonna make that wall above them as well, you know. No rogues in our district, yo.
Indeed.
Please keep out. We do not want your kind in here. Is essentially what they would say.
Prop, yeah. Let's see.
I need to, like, currently I haven't marked in too many things, but I do know that I probably have the, probably have a different bar also that I need to mark in there. Life's End Cemetery! That's the name of it! Well, can't really say it's creative as fuck, but you know, not everyone is creative as fuck in a fantasy world where they, like, not everyone's gonna make their, like, places called, like, fucking something amazingly creative. Alright. God damn it, I'm so happy I remembered the name of that place. Ah, yes, get into that pocket. Legate. C'est parti! I can, like, I could read to everyone what, like, currently what their, like, situation is reputation-wise. They have the infamy of 3. They have the reputation of -1.
Wow.
They have reputation with a man named with a organization owned by Mantis. They got 2 with them, and then they have a -1 with beggars.
Wow.
It was freaking funny.
Is it the Grey Fox would disapprove? Hey, set us online again.
I at least got that general stuff up. I need to check over my notes to be sure whether or not there's anything else I need to mark in. I already marked in the coffin. The coffin is a gambling den located inside a cemetery. It
Nice.
is literally, there's a shack where the owner of the cemetery is supposed to live in. Underneath it, there is a cellar where he keeps all this grave digging tools, and he loves his job as a grave digger. He has an unofficial organization that has a gambling, high-end gambling den called the Coffin, because they're underneath there, unbeknown to anyone, is an ancient mausoleum that he turned into a gambling den with an attraction that's called the Skull Hunt. That is once per week. This game, once per week or month, either one. A game is set into place where you can't just be anyone to enter it. It costs a lot of money to enter, and you need to be represented by someone that has a high standing there. You need to be a member of this den, of this gambling den, basically have a member's card, and you need to pay the fee and everything to win.
Yeah.
And then you have basically one dude that represents you, and he, along with 9 other dudes, there are 10 participants, go and hunt down skulls. Now there are 9 skulls in the down there. Now the one that gets the golden skull gets the high pot. Basically, he gets money equal to the amount that everyone has betted. Now one of those individuals is representing the house, basically the gambling den itself. So if they win, they get money equal to the pot. Basically, they get to keep that money.
Yeah.
And the betting money that everyone is betting basically is distributed depending on how people bet. But basically the more money that is betted towards that. But if the thing is, you can't bet on the house, because if the house wins, they take the pot as well. So that's how they win money, by making in at least extreme amounts. Normally the pot never goes incredibly high. It goes to 1,000, maybe 2,000 gold if things are decent. But depending on who's playing, some people might go all the way, put a lot of money on it. And basically, if you want to continue betting, you're gonna have to match the bet that the next person did. You need to match the highest bid. So if you already bet, you don't need to you can go oh yeah, okay, this is just my bet, and you win something proportional to that. But if you go this is my bet, and you put 2,000 gold on it, next person, he's gonna have to put 2,000 gold or more.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of money for rich people to be throwing around.
Yep.
So yeah, essentially, it's basically a death game. It's because the one that loses doesn't get so the one that gets a silver skull, they get 5 silver pieces, kind of as a participation fee. You got to participate. You got a skull. Woo! You get 5 silver pieces. Yeah. This whole event is funded by everyone there. So the house is not the only one paying for the thing.
Yeah.
However, the one that doesn't get a skull, or those that don't get a skull, because there could be multiple people that don't get one, they are buried alive.
Hot.
Yeah, that's basically this whole thing is there's a high risk, high reward kind of thing, and the chance of you being the only one that doesn't get a skull is not isn't that high. The chance of you getting a skull is pretty freaking high comparatively, since there are 9 skulls and 10 players. But yeah, you do this whole thing, and you, depending on how things go, you might be buried alive.
Yay.
And the party had to partake in one of these games as a representative of the house with no class levels
Mm.
This was a very hard challenge because they were supposed to sabotage one specific guy. That's why they have +2 reputation with him, because they managed to sabotage him and figure out that there was a mole in his organization.
Mm.
And that's how they got 2 reputation with this dude. But also, they didn't manage to find the skull, but they made a deal with him that if they didn't find the skull, but they managed to succeed on the job, the guy could survive. He just had to pick up, like, any skull to basically be, like, a skull. And the best thing about it is, he told him the only one that knows which skull is what is him. So he's the only one that knows if somebody gets a gold skull.
Mm.
This isn't entirely true because he was lying his ass out to them.
Mm-hmm.
Because he planned on cheating the money away from them, no matter what.
Mm.
So he offered them, like, yeah, so if you guys win, because we're setting this up, this is not like a fair thing for anyone. We are literally cheating, and like this is a whole setup. If we win, I'm taking 70% of this pot, no matter what it is. And he was like, yeah, 75% of the pot, no matter what it is. And they were like, sure. I mean, if we get this much money, we're still getting a few gold pieces, which is more than we own, because they're playing beggars and hobos. So in case they got the main skull, which was a chance, a very low chance, but a chance, I was gonna rip them off very, very easily. And they would never have known.
Oh God.
I told them afterwards, I'm gonna tell you why you should roll insight on a lot of things that some of these shady individuals were saying. And I told them basically what I had done, and they were like, oh fuck, we basically did this for nothing. He was gonna never give us gold ever. Because he was like, I was gonna basically say, if they would have gotten the gold skull, like, yeah, you won, you got a silver skull, guys. You get like one, like a silver piece. So they were basically screwed no matter what they were doing. And that's how they learned to insight check everything.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I need to write down a deal for 2 individuals in my party. I need to write a demon contract, and I need to write... By the way, he's already signed the demon contract. So, you know, it doesn't really matter what I write on it, because, like, I know essentially what I need to write on it, but... Like, he didn't even examine, like, or question it to, like, any much extent. He just asked, like, basic questions. He didn't insight check the dude or anything, which, you know, he shouldn't have to, because this guy can't lie to him, but still. It was just funny. And the other one is for a debt of 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh boy.
Because he got magic injected into his body.
Oh boy.
I think this is gonna be okay for now. I need to figure out a little bit more detail, and some of this stuff I can't really do that much on stream, since I can't really I want to basically finish prepping up the map a little bit and figure out more things on my map.
Yeah.
Once I do that, I can do, like, I feel like I could do more, like, with organization, like creating organizations and establishments for the city.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think I can do that rather than like on the next stream, I think, where I do this stuff. But I'm gonna call it for now. It's been a decent stream. I got like kind of started, and I've been streaming all day, so
Yeah.
so I'm fine with having a short D&D chatting stream here.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna need to I'm gonna need to switch the city down to more districts. I have
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 basic districts: the docks, the commons district, the government district, the noble district, and the slums. I just called it a government district because it's the only thing that makes sense without any like context, because it's on top of the cliff here, and most of the people that live there are the guards that get, because the guards don't buy housing like unless they like already live in the town. Like they are normally they are granted, like if they're married with family and stuff, they normally get housing that is like that. It's not like fancy or anything, but it's not cheap either.
Yeah.
They get proper housing, and also those that don't have families or anything like that, they live in the barracks that are up there.
Barracks.
Yeah, and they also live. There are a few like guard stations around town, and they also live there. But like their homes where they would be storing their personal effects would be up there.
Yeah.
There are people that live there, or not that are not like part of the guards and stuff. Just basically higher end common folk, I would say maybe.
Yeah.
But most of them all have some affiliation with like the workings of the city, like being people that might work in government businesses, such as a bank or in a museum.
Yeah.
Ooh. Got an idea real quick. If I remember correctly, I need to check one thing on my blackboard. Give me a moment.
Yep.
Archon Bank of Yana. Needed to add a bank there because I remembered basically what they would be called. But I want to thank everybody for a sensational time. My name is Shin20 and also known as Godpool. I hope to see you guys during the next stream, which will maybe be tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see how things go, but like I got a session tomorrow and a session on Tuesday, so if I do stream, it will be short or during the day. But again, I want to thank y'all for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. But until then, bye bye.